And on this episode of Painfully Obvious, we have this from the small screen. Zack Synder reveals why Watchmen 2 was never made. It's the simplest thing, Zack. There was never a Watchmen 2 book. And Zack Synder at that stage of his career was just getting his feet wet. He was thinking, oh, you know what would be the greatest idea? I'll take Watchmen, a really, really popular IP, a really famous graphic novel, and I'm going to turn that into a movie. And I'm going to do it essentially shot for shot. And you know what? It was a damn good movie, because it followed the book, which was damn good. What else did he do that was by the book? 300. How did that go? It was fantastic. It was shot for shot. You didn't have to do that much different with it. And then what do you do afterwards? Like, hey, I'm going to write 300 the sequel. Terrible movie. We're not getting a third one. Are they going to announce that there's going to be a third one? Probably next week. Who knows? The entire world of 2024 cinema is just sequels and spin-offs and reboots. So you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be shocked right now if there was a Watchmen 2 in production right now that we just haven't heard of. But back to Zack Synder. When he decides to do his own thing, that's when the little problems start to happen. When he did Man of Steel, you know what? I'm going to say this out loud. I actually didn't hate Man of Steel that much. Yes, I know it was ridiculous. It was a very ridiculous movie. They leveled 99% of the city. That was insane that he actually thought that was a good idea. Him killing Zod, what else could he possibly do? I get that. But it is Zack Synder trying to put his little creative spin on things. Batman vs. Superman. Zack Synder putting his own little creative spin on Batman. He's branding people, and for some odd reason, those people are being targeted in prisons. And has a car with machine guns on it, and he kills people now. And like, what's up with that? But again, it's Zack Synder, his own little twist on things. So he's not someone that can take an established IP and do right by it now. His hubris is too big. Back in the days of Watchmen and 300, the man said, okay, I'm going to do this by the book, literally by the book, and I'm going to produce a fantastic movie. And then what happened? People were looking at this man as the second coming of Jesus Christ. And then he went off and did his own thing, and now what we got? Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2. Not great movies. But as I said in my previous videos about it, they're getting views. Those movies are so bad that people are watching them and laughing about how bad they are. He did a zombie movie. Terrible, terrible zombie movie. Why is Dave Bautista an actor? Who is paying this man? I don't understand. In what universe is a studio out there saying, hey, you know what would be the best thing for our studio? Let's hire a really terrible actor and pay him more money than anyone else there. I don't understand how he gets work these days, beyond me. But back to Zack Synder. Why was Dave Bautista in Dune Part 1 and 2? Dune 2. Why was he just the big baby? Why was he in this movie? Was he a badass in the first one? I believe so. In the second one, he was just running from conflict? Back to Zack Synder, I digress. Watchmen 2. It was never going to happen. It was never going to happen. What were we possibly going to get out of it? Rorschach sent his journal to the news publication. What was going to happen after? They were going to say, hey, let's publish this crazy man's story. And can he elaborate any of it? Oh, he's exploded right now in Antarctica. What are you going to do? A crazy person wrote a book and that was it. Dr. Manhattan's gone. Ozymandias, whatever his name is, he's still the smartest man in the world. He has his own company. What is Owlman going to do? What's Owlman and Silk Spectre supposed to do about this? They're going to, what, exact revenge? And do what? Expose this man? It was over. Watchmen, I think, had one of the best endings. One of the most perfect endings where the bad guy won and all the heroes have to take this to the grave. He prevented a world war by killing millions of people, blaming it on someone else, and now everyone cannot say a single thing about this. That is a very, very good poetic ending, and you think you're going to capture that with Watchmen 2? What storyline could you even come up with? Like I said, if they were to make a Watchmen 2, it would only go one of two ways. It would be Owlman and Silk Spectre exacting revenge, or it's going to be just a story that has nothing to do with the first one. Maybe it might revolve the same characters, making the group again, bringing the band back together. Obviously, if you were to do it now, it would be with a very diverse and inclusive group of characters, but it would not sell at all today. Watchmen 2 didn't need to be made. You made a great movie, Zach. Congratulations. Maybe go back to doing things like that instead of slow motion wheat fields. What do you guys think about that? Did you want to see a Watchmen 2? And if so, what would possibly happen in it? Let me know what you think about that.